and how do persons prepare for this time of great reflection? And what is it, joy to the world? The Lord has come. And speaking of light, and that whole idea where everyone is now looking up for the star of David, the star of David, the star that guided the three kings in that version of our history where they came to the illuminated light, the Christed one. And I say these things as I'm looking forward to what are some of the ways in which we're going to be bringing some of the knowledge systems that we're bringing together and highlighting. A greeting, Sister Queen Shanette Johnson. It's always a joy and privilege to have you join and tune in. And I pray that some of the information is useful for those that may already know, share it with others that are not as informed. And for those that already desire to perceive things in this one dimensional form, I'm going to ask you to just bear with me, be a little more humble, and tune into another dimension of some of the things that will be shared. And I'm going to start with a particular piece that comes from a publication that most people may not be that familiar with. It's called Paul Pecoude, and it's the words, sounds, and poems of Yvonne Benjamin, one of the founders of the Midnight Band, coming out of St. Croix, Virgin Islands, representing the Caribbean, the Americas, and the world. When he wrote this was back in, this was copywritten in 2005. From that time, Brother Benjamin moved into being known as formally as Akabeka. And I think, profound, left the earth plane all too soon, not quite, just on the eve of 50 years, and brought so much through the music, using reggae as a tool, not just as a weapon in fighting, but as a weapon for healing and a weapon for growth and edification. And so this publication, which I'm not sure that my blurred background will let you see, but Paul Pegude, right? I think it's a classic piece. It's a collection of his spoken word and some of the illustrations that support the energy of our people. And I think it's important that there was a particular piece I was going to read, but then I shifted from that. But strong for goodness sake, this is one that I'm going to pull from. The fear above my heart slowly trickled into my bloodstream, pumped to all areas of my being, cruel existential injection, progress suspension, African, know thyself. But I do so whereto, with a foot too big for the shoe, foot on fire, shoelace with wire, I squeezed my width into the depth of a pit of hangers on that slow me crime and punishment. Oh, to destroy consequence. Change is my daylight reward for think, strain, and fight by night prerequisites. Seldom fit a developing course. So from scratching with force, the least and the most wide awake, strong for goodness sake. And again, this is the work of Akabeka in one of his publications entitled, let's get that name right, Full Ekume. I think I can get almost the whole piece so you can see. Okay, we're going to get there. We're doing blurs for a reason. And the idea here is that this is a wonderful opportunity for us to use poetry, prose, various persons' literary celebrations. I'm going to keep putting a couple things, Sargasso Sea Scrolls, and this is again a collection of poetry by the Honorable Scholar, originally from Africa, Dr. Donovan Kuabon, who is a professor at the University of Puerto Rico, Rio Piedras, and provides his work. This is one of his current works, Sargasso Sea Scrolls. And I'm really grateful that he shared it with me, and I'm looking forward to its submission of a. I'm prepared, invited to prepare a review for the Caribbean Writer, one of the stellar publications that comes out of the University of the Virgin Islands through the College of Liberal Arts and Social Sciences. That I will get an opportunity to offer a review of this phenomenal, almost like enchanting collection of poetic verse. And I think it's powerful because he dedicated this particular work into the loving memory of his late uncle, the Most Reverend Gregory